Welcome. This is day 5 of me asking my mentor for a capital to trade is by proving that I am one of his top students. Guys, it happened again. Jesus Christ, oh my god. I've recorded 50-minute video, not 15. I said 50 minute videos, and I've explained all of this why I'm not interested. I reviewed uh, the Monday pairs, why I am not, what happened on them. The prediction happened as we wanted or not. I explained everything and I picked these pairs for today. And I checked the video. I was about to post it, but the video it did not have a sound. I don't know why it's happening to me. God, bro, this shit is killing me. I'm having a headache, I swear. Okay, let me review it for you guys real quick. Card CHF was I had three pairs I was expecting on Monday, uh, and Card CHF was one of them. I was waiting for price to give me a weak pullback reject from this structuring to keep having to the upside, and it did not happen exactly as I wanted. This one I did not take the trade because first of all I would never take a trade. uh, I want this doji candlestick to happen right on that structure point or on that area where I want to take the trade. It happened out very far from the area of interest. I want the body closure, this bullish doji body to happen over here, the wick to be to the downside, the other wick to the upside, then I might be interested. But the first reason, that's why the candlestick formation is not the entry that I would look for. But the second one also not, but the second reason is also the time session. As you can see, this one format exactly after the opening of the market, and on that time I will never take a trade on that time because it's Asia session. I only take a trade pre-London session, London session, pre-New York session, in the New York session only. I don't take a trade after that. So after that, price have the pullback and it come back again and they give me another clean rejection, a bullish pin bar rejecting from the EMA and rejecting from this structure point, this black line on the daily time frame. It is this structure point. I would have taken the trade over here, but also as I told you, it formed on 1600. It have a body closure on 2000. It's on the last session. New York session is getting, the volume is getting very low. Asian session is about to happen, so I did not take the trade right there. Okay, let me give you guys the the context. Okay, I don't take a trade on the last 4 hour candlestick and on the first 4 hour candlestick, uh, before and after the body closure. I don't take the trade on the last 4 hour candlestick before the daily have a body closure, and I don't take a trade on the first 4 hour candlestick after the daily candlestick have formed. Okay, I only take a trade after that. On the last 4 hour and on the first 4 hour, I don't take any trade, even if they give me the cleanest entry as I want. Now for now, on card CHF, what I'm waiting is I'm still interested because this is the higher high, this is the higher low, and it looks like it's forming the inverted left head and the right shoulder. I want this one to have a body closure exactly like this. Then I want the next daily candlestick to give me the rejection. Then after that I'll be interested to take the trade. Euro NZD, I'm waiting for it to give me the pullback. It doesn't give me the pullback. It looks like now it's coming back to this area of interest to reject from this support and resistance level. So I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna do. I'm not interested. This one I was waiting for it to have a good rejection candlestick without having a body closure, and as you can see, waiting for the rejection, it makes you avoid a lot of losses, so it just keep going to the downside. So I'm not interested also. Now from this level I will see what it's gonna do. Just for now I'm not interested. It doesn't give me what I wanted. This one also I was waiting for it to give me the body pullback to this area of interest to retest this supporting resistance level to retest this round psychological level and give me rejection to the trade, but as you can see it never made it back to that level. So I'm just gonna wait until price reaches this level and I'll see if it's gonna break below or if it's gonna give me any other rejection to take the buys to the upside. It never did that. This one, it shifted structure. This was the lower high, this was the lower low. It have a body closure now. Price is now having the pullback to retest this previous structure pointers. You know, I want for price to come back to this level, have a body closure, then I will wait for the rejections and take the trade to the upside. Until do that, I'm not interested. This one also have a body closure below. I'm gonna wait for it to give me a pullback, come back, retest this strong area of interest. It have been used as support a lot of times, 1 2 3 4 times. Now I want it to come back to this level in it. I want it to be to be used as resistance again. You know, I want a body pullback. Then after that I will wait for the rejection to happen, then I will be interested for the sale. This one also, I was waiting for price to give me the pullback to this area of interest, then wait for the rejection to sell, but it never gave me the pullback. I never take the trade. Not interested for now also. Okay, look, this one, EURUSD, I've done perfectly as I expected. I'm talking about perfect. I was waiting for the pullback to the area of interest round psychological. It gave me the rejection. Then I was waiting for the weak pullback to this structure point. It gave me the weak pullback. And then the 4 hour, I told you I was waiting for price to give me the pullback to this area or to this area or to this area and to give me the rejection. And the price gave me on the first price gave me the rejection on the first structure point I was expecting. As you can see, it gave me the rejection. Then on the weak pullback, rejecting from the 4 hour EMA, I took the trade. I mean, I did not take the trade. I just put it the risk to ratio. I did not take the trade. I did not do the trade because I was already on CHFGPI trade, so I did not want to add another position on it. So you know, I just put it the risk to ratio. It would have been a perfect and very clean trade. Yeah, say don't forget, it works, bro. It fucking works. Yep, it does. Now this one kind of form the lower low, kind of form the lower high. Okay, I'm gonna wait until it have a body closure, then I'm gonna wait for the pullback to eject from this structure point, then I'm gonna look for the sale. For now I'm not interested. I'm gonna, this one also, it have a higher high, higher low, higher high. I told you I was gonna expect for price to have the pullback. Looks like it's starting to have the pullback. I'm gonna wait until price come back, reject from the previous higher high point in this strong area of interest have been used as support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are below, we are going down. I want for price to come back here, give me the rejection, and I'm gonna look for the buys from this level. Euro AUD also, it reached this resistance level. I told you it formed a strong higher high. It shifted structure to bullish. We need the pullback, we need the discount, we need the higher low, whatever you wanna call it. We need this pullback to this structure point, to this previous supporting resistance level. And do we have around psychological level? Yes, we do. Let me mark it out. 1.6600, 1.66, 1 2 3. We have around psychological level 2. I want for price to come back, give me rejection from this area, then I'll look for the buys. This one never made it back. I was waiting for price to give me the pullback, reject from this area of interest for the sale, but it never made it back to that level. Not interested anymore. This one is perfect, guys. I was waiting. I told you, if it doesn't give me the rejection as I wanted from here, you know, I did not take the trade over here because the 4 hour was not clean, and I told you I was gonna wait for price to give me the pullback to this structure point again, you know, to this strong area of interest have been used as resistance or support. And it looks like not a clean, but it looks like left head and the right shoulder, not a clean head and shoulder pattern, but it is head and shoulder pattern. And this one is the neckline. Now price came back, rejected from the area of interest, rejected from the neckline. Also there are round psychological level, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, rejecting from the round psychological level, also rejecting from the area of interest. Now I'm gonna wait for it to close exactly like this, rejecting from this area of interest. You know, just because price reached the area of interest, we don't take a trade. Okay, we wanna wait for price to give us the rejection. the rejection is gonna prove us that the supporting resistance level or the area of interest is valid or not. Okay, the rejection is the only thing that's gonna prove us that, because the area of supporting resistance level, it's everywhere. We can find supporting. This is supporting resistance level. It is not. It is. This is supporting resistance level. This is supporting resistance level. Supporting resistance level is everywhere. What we do is we follow the market structure. We mark our supporting resistance level and we wait for the rejection to happen. That rejection, it is gonna prove us that the supporting resistance level is valid or not. You see, for example, price formed this pullback just because it reaches this resistance, supporting resistance level. I'm not just gonna sell. I want for the rejection to happen, and as you can see, price never formed the rejection, just keep going to the downside. We want to wait for the daily candlestick to have a body closure rejection candlestick on the area of interest. That is gonna prove us that the area of interest is valid or not. This is main essential thing. Okay guys, so here we are gonna wait for it to have a body closure rejecting from this area of interest. Then on the next daily candlestick we are gonna go to the 4-hour and we are gonna look for entry. This one, I told you guys, the only way I'm gonna be interested is to have the body closure. The body closure was very strong, which is good. Now I'm gonna wait for it to have a deeper body closure. I want price to have a body closure below this area of interest. Then I'm gonna wait for the retest to sell. GBAUD shifted structure, it formed a strong higher high. We're gonna wait for the pullback. We're gonna wait for the retracement. There are a lot of names for a lot of strategies, but just it is what it is. It doesn't change anything. It's just a market structure. All of them depends on the market structure. Now we're gonna wait for price to give us the pullback to this area of interest retest from the round psychological level and give us the rejection right here on the daily. Then after that we are gonna be interested for the buy. This one looks like it's already having the move. I'm not interested. I'm gonna wait until price give me the deeper pullback, reach this area of interest. Whenever we are above, we are going up. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are below, we are going down. Whenever we are above, we are going up. It looks like it's now having the rejection from this. Maybe we can we can do something like this, and yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. Yeah, you see this, guys, the area of interest, it's everywhere. This one was the area of interest. This one is also an area of interest. Now what we do is we just follow where the rejection happened, and we look for a clean entry on the 4-hour. Okay, now that the 4-hour looks clean. You see, the 4-hour looks really clean here, because this is the higher high, this is the higher low, it is bullish, this is just the market structure. So what I'm gonna wait for is I'm gonna wait for the daily to have a body closure. If it doesn't have a body closure, we cannot prove that this area is the valid area, because it can come back to this structure again, and that might stop us out. So I don't take a trade now. What I'm gonna wait for is I'm gonna wait for price to have a body closure. If it have a body closure, then I'm gonna wait for the next daily to have a weak pullback. Then while it's forming the downward wick, I'm gonna go to the 4-hour, and on the 4-hour I'm gonna wait for price for today. If it have a body closure above this, beautiful. If it doesn't do that also, it's okay, because this is just a market structure. The main structure is bullish. This is the higher high, this is the higher low. Anything that happened between the higher high and the higher low, it's just a market structure. So I'm gonna wait for price to give me some kind of pullback, form left head and the right shoulders. And from here I'll wait for the rejection here on the 4 hours, and I'm gonna be interested to buy from this level. Okay, so but before that, I'm not gonna look this now. I'm not gonna look the 4-hour time frame now. I will be patient, and I will wait for the daily to close. If it close exactly like this, having a body closure above, forming evening star formation, then there I will be very much interested. We have around psychological level here. Yes, we have, I think so, 500. Yeah, this is clean, this is good, this is nice. Yeah, this is perfecto. This is beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Can we do something like this? Can we minimize this? Minimize, make it small. I always like it. It's a small body. I want my area of interest to look really small. We have one body touch, we have two body touch, we have three body touch, we have four body touch. What do you want more? We have five body touch. This is very valid area of interest. We have the round psychological level, we have the rejection candlestick on the daily, we have all of this on the 4 hour. We are still bullish. We formed the rejection from the area of interest also. This is really beautiful. So I think this trade is gonna be clean trade for tomorrow if it close exactly like this. I'm gonna wait. NZD CAD. Here I was waiting for a bullish pin bar to happen to take the buy, or for a break and retest to take the buy, but as you can see, price is not respecting the area of interest as we wanted. Now this is the higher high, guys. This is the higher low. Price is clearly bullish, so the only way I'm gonna be interested for the buy is if this candlestick doesn't close below. If it close below this higher low point, I'm not gonna be interested for the buy at all. I'm gonna look for the sale. So I want it to body close above this structure point. Then if it does that, then I'll wait for some bullish rejection candlestick to happen to be interested for the buys. This one, okay, this is the other pair that I was interested for Monday. I was interested on CAD CHF, CAD JPY, and I think AUD and NZD. Three pairs I was interested for Monday, and I was gonna buy like this, but why I did not buy, let me show you clearly why I was not interested on the buy here. Because as you can see, Friday price was over here on Friday, as you can see on the time. Okay, Friday was exactly like this, closed exactly like this, and what I was expecting was for price to pull back over here and give me some kind of rejection to take the trade, or for price to have the break, then come back, retest the neckline. No, I'm sorry, to retest the neckline of the inverted left head right shoulder. You can see this clean head and shoulder, the inverted head and shoulder, for price to come back and retest the neckline, also retest this strong area of interest for the 4 hour, and retest the 4 hour EMA also, then give me the rejection here to take the trade to the upside. That was what I was expecting, and as you can see, price never have the break and retest, or never give me the rejection as I wanted. It just kept going to the downside, and that way I avoided a loss. I did not take any trade yesterday anyways. So for now, I'm not interested. Yeah, the only way I'm gonna be interested with is for sale, because as you can see, you can tell that the sellers are on control over here. Price is clearly bearish, and it formed a very strong bearish engulfing. It would be crazy to look for buy from this area, and I'm not gonna look for sale also, because it reached this resistance and support level. This is a very strong area of interest, so price could have the chance to reject from this level, and I don't want to take that risk by selling right on the support level. This one I was expecting for price to give me the pullback to this area and give me rejection to sell, but as you can see, from this area I was expecting for price to give me another bearish doji, double doji candlestick rejection to be interested to sell from this area, but price just kept going to the downside. I did not expect for it to happen, but it is what it is. We miss out, by waiting for the rejections to happen. We might miss out something like this, and we avoid even a lot of pairs. Okay, I mean a lot of losses. We avoid a lot of losses by waiting for the rejection to happen, and sometimes we miss some kind of good opportunities also by waiting for the rejection. But that on the long run, that's what's gonna make us profitable. Waiting, patience, that's gonna make us profitable. Chasing the trades is not gonna get us anywhere. Okay, this pair I told you guys price was on the middle of nowhere, and I will not be interested until it makes back the way it makes its way back to the area of interest. over here or over here to be even interested to look at this pair. So as you can see, price came back once again without shifting structure. This is the higher low, this is the higher high. Now price is back over here. Now it looks like it's rejecting from this area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, now we should keep going to the upside, and it looks like it's now rejecting from the area of interest and also from the daily EMA. So I'm gonna wait until, as long as it doesn't have a body closure, we can take this as a rejection. It looks like it's forming the rejection, but we need to confirm by waiting for the body closure. Okay, I want for it to close exactly like this by rejecting from the EMA and from the area of interest. Then I'll go to the 4-hour and look for a clean entry to take the trade for tomorrow. Okay, now I might be interested, not might be, if it have a body closure exactly like this, I will be interested to take this trade for tomorrow if it have a clean entry on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this one, okay, it already have the body closure, it formed the higher high. I'm gonna wait for it to give me the pullback, give me the rejection, take the trade to the upside. This one, we are not lucky. I was waiting for the pullback. It never did that. Just keep going to the upside. Imagine if I was still holding this one. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, guys. Would have been crazy. Anyways, I'm still gonna be very patient on this pair. Maybe I might take this trade for sale, taking counter trend trade if price formed, if the daily candlestick formed a strong bearish engulfing like this, and on the 4-hour, if I see a clean shift of structure back to bearish, then I might take the sale over here. I will wait for the pullback, reject from this level, then I might take the sale like this, counter trend trade until this area. I might do that. Maybe that's just a big maybe. Okay, but the valid way of taking this trade is by waiting for price to come back to this area of interest. I will not take this trade over here. This is being very stupid, because you don't wanna this is gambling. It's gonna be gambling. Buying over here, buying on the highest point is gambling. I will not do that. Okay, GBP JPY, this is the higher high point, this is the higher low point. We are still bullish, but it looks like the market structure inside this bullish market, it looks like it's forming a bearish structure. Well, I'm gonna wait and see how this daily candlestick is gonna close. If it closes as a bullish doji, or having a body closure above this area of interest, if it's gonna use it as a support, because we are in the middle of everywhere, because it could use it as a resistance and keep going to downside, or it could use it as a support. So we are gonna wait and see how this daily candlestick is gonna close. Okay, this one I should have entered right here, I swear. After this rejection happened, this is a beautiful trade. Okay, now price is back, not back, price have a body closure here. I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure retest. Okay, okay, let me make it really clean like this. I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure like this, then this doji, this rejection bearish doji, I'm gonna wait for it to happen, then I'm gonna be interested for the sale. Okay, here it did not play out, because why? Because it is rejecting from this structure point. You see, it's forming something like higher high, higher low, rejecting from the previous structure point, then it kept going to the upside. But right here, if we form this bearish doji, there will be nothing that's gonna stop us and to take the trade to the upside. Just gonna keep going to the downside. Here it had this structure point that's gonna hold it back, and here we will not have anything, so it will be very perfect. As you can see previously, whenever we are below, we are going down, whenever we are above, we are going up. So this is a good area of interest. Whenever we are above, we are going up. And also we have round psychological level, don't we? Yes, I think we indeed have our psychological level yet. I'm gonna wait for it to have a body closure. I'll wait for the rejection, then I'll be interested for the sale. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And the setups that I'm interested on for today is this one. This one. Okay. I was interested on this one on Monday also because Friday it formed this rejection using the previous resistance level. Now it have been used as support and it was rejecting this round psychological level. So for Monday I was waiting right here. Forget this one, and right here on Monday what I said for you guys is I was gonna wait for price to give me the pullback. It formed already this one. Then I was waiting for price to give me dojis, and after the doji I was waiting for price to give me the engulfing, which is gonna be my morning star formation. I was waiting for that to happen, but as you can see price have a body closure shifting the structure to bearish because this is the higher high, higher low, higher high. This was the higher high, this was the higher low. When it have a body closure below this higher low, price shifted structure back. This market shifted structure back to bearish, but after that price formed this beautiful 4-hour bullish engulfing, having a body closure above the lower high. This became the lower high and this was the lower low, and when it have a body closure above, it shifted structure back to bullish. This is a very strong bullish engulfing candlestick, rejecting from the area of interest, rejecting from the round psychological level, and shifting structure back to bullish by just one strong candlestick. And this was exactly, and it have a body closure on 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock it's pre-London session, and this is where exactly I would have entered this trade, but I was not in front of the market, I was out all day. That's why I did not take this trade, but it would have been exactly right here where I would have entered this trade. And anyways, price now for today, why I'm interested on this one, price now formed the higher high, formed the higher low, rejecting from this structure for a point, and it formed this beautiful morning star formation. And this was exactly where I would enter. I did not enter it because I am explaining it for this while I'm making this video. Price already having the move kind of missed it out. I do not want to chase it and enter. The risk to is not gonna make sense. I want to be patient. The time it's still 9 o'clock, so I still have some time before London session kicks in. So I'm hoping price could give me some kind of pullback to this area. Then if you give me, you can see I have my alarm ready. If my alarm got hit, I'm gonna just jump in, no question asked. Okay, let me tell you, on the 13 minute, as you can see, price of the higher high, it needs some kind of pullback to reject from this structure point. That's what I'm hoping for price to give me some kind of pullback to this area. On the 50 minute also, yeah, kind of already have the pullback. Oh shit, bro. Maybe I should enter over here. I don't wanna chase it, the RR is not bad even if I enter here, but I don't feel good, bro. I should have entered, bro. I should have entered over here. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I'm just gonna be really patient. Okay, but this is where I would have entered. Higher low, rejecting from the previous structure point, morning star formation, clean setup, take profits, set on this previous structure point, because after price reach here I think it's gonna have rejection from this level. Or maybe, by the way, I could have wait for daily candlestick to close, then on the next daily maybe wait for the weak pullback to retest this structure point to take the trade to the upside. I don't have to force this one in the enter over there. The one thing I don't like about the 4-hour time frame is only the 4-hour EMA, where the 4-hour EMA is, because price could use this 4-hour EMA as a resistance, as it have been used previously. It have been used as resistance, it have been used as resistance over here, so then it could have used as resistance again and keep going to the downside, but you know, the EMA is just added confidence, so it's not stronger than the market structure, but just a little bit. It just, you know, reduce what, 5% from our confidence. Okay, it will not affect anything. Should have entered this trade right here. It would have been really clean. Anyways, I'll be patient. This one, okay, let me explain you why I'm interested on GBP card. GBP card, as I have been waiting for price to have a body closure above. I was gonna wait for it to retest to keep going to the upside, but as you can see, price did not wanna do that, and now it have a body closure below this strong area of interest. Whenever we are above, we are going up, as you can see. Whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. This is a very valid area of interest. Whenever we are below, whenever we are above, we are going up. Below, we are going down. It have more than 5-6 body touches. So it have the lower low, not the lower low. It have the break below the area of interest, also the EMA, and it looks like it's now having the pullback to the area of interest. Now, the tricky part on this pair is price is gonna have, the question is price gonna have just a weak pullback, reach this area of interest, reject from the EMA? Is it gonna keep going to the upside just by retesting, or is it gonna have a body closure, then wait for the rejection, then is it gonna have the push after that? That's the question now. Now here, by the way, here guys, as you can see here, price has the pullback, then just by weak rejection it have the push. So I don't wanna say something like I don't wanna stick with the daily only. Let me make it clear. I always say it, before you get whatever you want on the daily, you don't go to the 4-hour. I always say it, but on this case, look, previously on the 4-hour, as you can see, price gave me the perfect rejection as I wanted from the area of interest, rejecting from the EMA, double doji engulfing pin bar formation, just exactly what I wanted. After it formed the higher high and the higher low, and this is where I entered. It wicked me out, but the direction was perfect and the movement was exactly as expected. And would you look at that, price formed exactly like that. So, but on the daily time frame, this one, it just have the pullback. Based on my strategy, based on the strategy I use, I should have waited. Okay, okay, beautiful. I'll enter. Let me finish explaining. Okay, based on my expectation, I should have waited for the daily to give me the bullish doji rejection body closures, and after that I should have look for entry after that, but I just entered based on the 4-hour because the 4-hour was very clean, and what's happening right now is exactly the same also. Now the daily have the body closure below the area of interest, is kind of having the pullback to this area of interest to reject the area of interest, also the daily EMA. And on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, price cleanly shifted structure. This is the higher high, higher low, higher high. You can see it have a body closure now, and now it's coming back to retest this area of interest. This is a very clean, you can take it as left head, right shoulder, or maybe double top, retesting the neckline of the double top, retesting the head and shoulder, the neckline of the head and shoulder, whatever you want to call it, retesting this 4-hour structure point, or previously used as a support, now it's going to be used as a resistance. So let me make it very clean. What I'm waiting for this pair is, I'm gonna wait for this 4-hour candlestick to make it to this area, then I will wait for it to give me the rejection candlestick as I want, a bearish pin bar, a bearish doji, bearish engulfing, something like that on this area. If you give me that on the right session, means pre-London session, already pre-London session is already passing, so it's not gonna happen. So maybe on the London session, or pre-New York session, or right on the New York session. I don't want to enter late on New York session. Late on New York session means after 20:00. I don't want to take any trade. So
I wanna get my entry, I wanna get my rejection on that times, on the New York session or on pre-New York session or on London session. If you give me that, I will definitely take the trade. Let me make it really quick for you guys. Eurocard, as you can see, uh, I do not wanna kind of take this as an elbow, but it looks clean. Okay, you guys, come on, higher, high, high, low. Shifted structure here, up here, low, low, lower, high, lower, low. You can see price shifted structure, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. I kind of use this as a higher low, form the higher high. Then this strong bearish engulfing have the body closure below the structure point, shifting structure back to bearish, and now it's coming back to retest this area of interest and to retest this EMA. You can see it have been used as resistance whenever we are below or going down. As you can see, it have been used as a resistance previously too, as a support previously. It have more than three body tests, so this is respected area of interest. Now it's kind of looks like it's having the upward wick formation, and I think it's gonna keep going to the downside. So what I'm waiting for is for this 4 hour to give me the bearish engulfing. As you can see, 4 hour, this one is the higher low, this one is the higher high. As you can see, this is the higher high, or you can take this as a higher low or this one, but anyways, price have a body closure below both of these structure points, so price is completely bearish on the 4 hour, and now it's coming back, rejecting from this structure point, strong area of interest. So if this one closes us like this, as a bearish engulfing within 2 hours and 50 minutes, we are gonna be patiently wait for that. Then I will be interested to take the trade. Stop loss will be above this week, something like that, and take profit. I want my take profit to be something above this, around this level, because I expect for price, the first rejection level that price could have is from this structure point. Then my second take profit could be around this level, or then my third will be back on the neckline of the inverted head and shoulder. So I'm just gonna put it on the first structure point that I could have the rejection from. So I'm gonna wait for it to give me the engulfing candlestick. CHF JPY, I already put it. I already get my rejection, but I did not wanna, you know. Bro, guys, imagine if I was still holding this one. Yes. Yeah, whatever. It has the body closure below the structure point, have been used as resistance, support level. This is a very strong area of interest. Price of the body closure, it came back, rejected from this strong area of interest, and on the 4 hour, I already expected. That's why I put this risk to ratio on the 4 hour. It already gave me the lower low, it gave me the lower high, retesting this area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are below, we are going down. As you can see, whenever we are below, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. See, rejection happen, boom. I mean, the engulfing happened, then boom. Rejection happened, then boom. Every time, you see. Now, rejection happened, should boom. That's what I'm expecting. Why I did not enter this one, because the rejection is not as clean as I wanted. This is neither of a doji candlestick nor engulfing, something in the middle. It is a rejection candlestick exactly, but I don't wanna take the trade, because price could come back again over here, and it could reject from this level. It could still be bearish. My analysis would still be right if price makes its way back to this structure point once again. I would love if this structure point was exactly on this area of interest, if you understand what I'm saying. If this structure point, if it was exactly over here, and price retesting the daily area of interest and also the 4 hour previous structure point, and if it formed this rejection candlestick, I would be really in love on this trade, and I would definitely be entering this trade over here, but it didn't do that. Now I'm taking it based on the daily area of interest only, so price could have the chance of having maybe a strong weak upward to reject this structure point, because as you can see, after it have a body closure, it never made it back to retest this area of interest, so it could have the chance to do that, and I don't wanna take that chance. I don't wanna take the chance of maybe getting a weak out. So when I take a trade,
I want to be confident both on the daily and also on the 4 hour time frame. So that's it. We are just gonna look and see what's gonna happen. This one on the 4 hour, I'm gonna wait for the engulfing to happen to take the trade. If engulfing not happen, I'm not gonna be interested. GBP card, I'm gonna wait for price to reach this area of interest, give me the rejection to take the trade to the downside. AUD and NZD, yeah, okay, this one I'm gonna decide very soon whether I wait for the daily candlestick to close and maybe wait for the week pullback to take the trade, or because it gave me everything that I want, and the price could have the move just today. It could have this strong bullish engulfing. So I will see and I will decide. Okay, I'll decide. Yep, this is all about today. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I might take this trade over here now. Okay, I'll tell you guys what I did. I'll be really honest with you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Serum for gate once again. Everything is looking clean. Yeah, I'm out. See ya. And again, once again, again and again. Set and forget, guys. Peace out.